January 21st through the 27th is National School Choice Week, a chance for families to explore education options. Shelby Doyle, Vice President, National School Choice Awareness Foundation, is here tonight to tell us a little more. Hi, Shelby. How are you?
Hey, great to be with you.
Yeah, so let's start with what exactly does a school choice mean?
So school choice is the process of choosing the education option you want for your son or daughter, and that can mean landing in a traditional public school, public charter school, public magnet school, private, online, homeschooling, or microschooling option. All of the above falls under the umbrella of school choice when it's something parents actively choose for their kids.
Okay, and what's the number one thing you recommend families do during a National School Choice Week?
Sounds simple, but we just recommend you start the process of choosing a school. The week is designed to help make that process easier by making sure families are hearing about school choice this time of year through conversations like the ones we're having. And it's a time you can get information by going to schoolchoiceweek.com, reading about your options. And if you want to have a little bit more fun while you do it, you can attend an event that's planned during National School Choice Week, which is something that schools and organizations across the country work with us to do. They plan open houses or school fairs, or even just parent appreciation nights to bring that family community together and get the information out about what their school offers for kids.
So when you went through that list of schools or school choices that parents have, I understood maybe about half of them. Some of them are things I've never heard before. What are some of those new types of schools that parents are able to choose?
Yeah, so the two types that families are typically most familiar with are, of course, your traditional public schools, and then there's private schools. Those used to be the only two options in most cases, but it's a whole new world out there. So number one, open enrollment in traditional public schools puts even that back into the new category. You can choose to go to a public school that isn't the one you're zoned for in a lot of cases. Public charter schools are new as of a generation ago. Private school choice programs make affording them easier. You've got homeschooling even easier with more resources than ever. But the one that I think is most interesting, truly new, is this microschooling idea, which in a lot of cases grew out of what had to happen during the pandemic when families kind of got these little pods or tiny groups of families together to learn during the course of COVID-19. And in a lot of cases, those communities are still going. They've formed what we call micro schools, which are these really tiny community-based, flexible learning environments. Parents really seem to love those if they find them and they're a good fit for them. And then, of course, people are using that with the homeschooling or private school of their choice as a supplement. People are getting really creative and they're finding school solutions that match the new family lifestyle we're seeing as increasingly common, where we're working hybrid schedules, in and out of the house, or with a new split shift. There's just a lot of flexibility families want and need in schooling, and we're seeing that develop, which is really exciting.
What are the best ways for parents to decide which school is the best for their child?
The number one thing we recommend as you sort of tackle this journey of choosing a school is start by being true to who you are. Take stock of what are the important values your family has, what you loved and didn't love about your own educational experience, what's unique about your son or daughter. Use all that information and come up with a North Star or a mission statement of what you're trying to achieve and what you're really looking for in a school. And do that first. We say that strategically because as you choose schools, you're going to find information on the internet, school rankings and ratings, lots of recommendations to family and friends. All of that is great. But if it doesn't filter through what only you know, which is who your kid truly is as an individual, that's going to be a missing piece of information. So start there. And once you have that North Star, you're going to be able to choose what isn't helpful to you as you navigate the whole rest of the school choice process and come up with the right fit for them.
Awesome. Where can we go to get even more information about this?
You can find out more about all the different types of schools I've been talking about at schoolchoiceweek.com. That website is up all 52 weeks of the year, not School Choice Week itself. And you can not only learn about school options, you can also use a tool to build a specific list of schools near you that you might want to check out. And of course, you can also find out about events happening in your area there too. So
Awesome.
schoolchoiceweek.com is your one-stop shop.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Shelby.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back with more Good Day Stateline.